Actually, St. Nicholas was a very wealthy man, and he devoted all of his resources to helping the poor. He threw one time a bag of gold in through the window of a nobleman's house, where that nobleman and his family had become so destitute because of what was going on at that day and time that he had 3 beautiful daughters, and he was going to sell them off to prostitution. And when he found out about it, he took an entire bag of gold and threw it in the house to save those girls from that. And then later on, he came back and paid for every one of those girls' wedding. Isn't that great? He not only saved them from poverty, he saved them from committing a very serious sin. He saved a ship one time that was sinking. He was on a voyage to Jerusalem for a pilgrimage, and as they were traveling, the seas got extremely rough. Debris was falling everywhere in the ship. A man was seriously injured, and Nicholas saw Satan climbing out of the sea into the ship, and he rebuked him and drove him out of that ship back into the waters. The waters became calm, and then he turned and healed that man. Isn't that something? Good old jolly St. Nick, right? He saved many people with signs and wonders and miracles, but he was especially known for his love for children and gift giving to them and to the poor. Now, why am I talking about this tonight? Because this is the feast day of St. Nicholas, or Santa Claus as you know him. And this is all about what you don't know about him. St. Nicholas also served in the First Ecumenical Council in 325 AD in Nicaea, where they decided on the clarification of the Apostles' Creed. And we have that now in what is called the Nicene Creed. And it is the symbol of faith. And it is the faith that was once for all delivered to the saints. And there in this meeting, there was a bishop by the name of Arius. And Arius stood up and tried to put forward a different view of Jesus Christ. And good old jolly St. Nick walked right up to him and punched his lights out. The back of his head hit the ground before the rest of his body did. Well, it is and was illegal in that day and time to hit a bishop in the face. So they immediately, all the bishops, deposed St. Nicholas that very day. And that very night, a multitude of those bishops in that council were visited by the Lord Jesus and by the Virgin Mary. And they told them, do not depose him, because he did what he did out of zeal and love for me, and not out of passion and outrage. And I, the Lord, am pleased with him. Well, guess what they did the next day? They put him right back into his office. St. Nicholas' face at times would become so bright, a brilliant light would shine from his face like Moses. And he would speak to people in these conditions, and they would have an evil spirit of unbelief in their hearts. And they had had it there since they were in childhood. And he would speak to them, and the word of truth was sown into their hearts, and they would turn around to the Lord. You know, St. Nicholas, good old jolly St. Nick, is famed in every corner of the earth. And he is known for fighting demons, delivering those who are unjustly condemned. But his greatest legacy is gift giving and his love for children. This is the real Santa Claus.